Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, September 28th, going all the way until Sunday, October 4th. So technically we are going into October, my favorite month, as you guys can see with my Halloween getup here. So the soul connections that I do tend to channel are for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge. So keep that in mind. But of course, just take what resonates with you and get rid of what doesn't. Soul connection can be any kind of a connection that you are experiencing. Twin flame, soulmate, it really doesn't matter the label here. We're just focusing on the energy. And what is the point of doing these types of readings? For me as a reader, it is to basically help you guys to gain a better understanding with yourselves, to help you to heal. These readings are definitely not meant to keep anybody stuck or hung up on another person. I don't promote that kind of energy on my channel. There are no guarantees in life, and I'm definitely about free will. So this isn't locking you into anything. These readings are not meant to keep you stuck. They're not meant to keep you in some sort of fantasy land. They're meant to help you to see that you and this person may be connected for a reason, and that there's something for you to learn about yourself and to heal within this situation. So that is my intention as a reader who brings forth these messages to you guys in this collective on my channel, etc. Just wanted to put that out there. So, just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. I don't know if I said that already. It's always up to the viewer. You don't have to take every single thing that you hear, whether it's, through reading or someone says something to you, read something. Just always be discerning with whatever information comes to you. Whatever feels right for you, take it. And if something doesn't feel right for you, it could be because you're being triggered in some way and there's something you need to work on, or it could just be, that's just not my message, and that's okay too. So I don't know why I'm all over the place today. I don't know if I already said this is usually for people that are in a challenge or a separation with someone. Maybe I already said that. Anyways, I did create an outline here today. So I'm going to be following that very closely. And I am using a bunch of different decks here today. So everything that I use, I will let you guys know what it is as I shuffle each deck, but everything will be listed down below. I believe I'm using all 16 of my decks. And so rather than individually listing them down below, I will just put a link where you guys can find my decks, okay? Because there's only so much that you can put into a YouTube description box. I'm also, or if you guys are international, please email my team and they'll send you a special link to order them. But if you're within the US, you could just go straight to my website to purchase them. But the bracelets that I'm using here today are created by Rising Sun Oracle. And these particular bracelets, this one is called the Spirit Animal of the Elephant bracelet. And this one right here is called the Woman's Ward Off Evil Eye. Look at that. It's got an actual eye on it. So cool. And these beautiful Orgonites here today, you guys, are created by my friend Michele from Wing and Bell. And so this right here is the Divine Masculine Nude, and this one here is the Feminine Amethyst Nude. And I just love her pumpkin nudes, and I'm not nudes, her pumpkin Orgonites. And I just thought that that was perfect for this little decor here today. And I got this fabric from Joann's. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move these to the side, so that way we have plenty of room to put the cards. All right, let's get into it. This is going to be a long one, you guys. Probably 2 hours. So you guys can watch it in segments or just watch however much you want. So let's do this. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to ask Spirit, what is the opening message to this reading? Okay, let's kind of kick things off with these energies here. So we're going to go into my newest deck, which is called Charm Cards. And we're going to combine it here with the Deviant Moon Tarot, which is the borderless edition. What opening message does Spirit have for us in regards to just this reading today? What are the messages to kick things off here? We're going to grab 4 cards, you guys. Oops. We have Match, Ignite. We have Unique, Zebra. We have Rocking Horse, Childhood. And we have Piggy Bank, Savings. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this information. Okay, so when it comes to Match and Ignite, what is this energy all about? We have the Chariot. Okay, this is about movement forward, victory, success. Not in this particular card, but in the traditional Rider-Waite, you've got a chariot with two horses, one dark, one light. It's going to take a balance between those two horses, or an agreement between those two horses, in order to create movement in that chariot. Both horses need to be on the same page in order to move things forward. So I really feel, you guys, what Spirit is trying to tell you at the very beginning of this reading is that this particular person, you guys chose each other in order to ignite something within yourself, some sort of growth. So that way you guys could successfully move forward with your ascension in this life, okay? This doesn't mean that this is the only person that can do this for you, but they were selected for you, just like you were selected for them, to help the two of you ignite something within each other. Now, that ignite could be a trigger. This could be that this person has lit a flame or a match under your ass and you under them, or something like that, in order to get you guys moving in this life in the correct direction. Well, not necessarily correct, but just in a positive direction towards ascension. So that is what I feel like the first message is. We have Zebra. So this is a very unique connection. That's what I'm seeing here with that next card. It's a very unique connection. It's very special to you. There's a reason here. Yeah, the Moon, it's very confusing, but it's also something that you just sense, something that you just know. The Moon is definitely about the subconscious. It's about things that you can't really put your finger on, things that you can't really see. It's also about facing your darkness and your fears. It's just things that aren't 100% clear. It's not supposed to be clear. You're supposed to continue to move forward, and you're supposed to constantly ask questions and to do more work on the self to get to the light, to really push yourself out of that darkness and to push yourself through these triggers so that way you can move forward in a successful way. That's what this is. So it's a unique connection to you. It was uniquely designed for you in order for you to do your shadow work, in order for you to come towards the light and to ascend forward in this life. So I just feel like what Spirit's trying to tell us here from the very beginning is that this is a very unique connection that is helping you to grow immensely in this life. Now we have Childhood, Rocking Horse. So this could, of course, bring up a lot of childhood fears, a lot of things that you have collected along the way, things that might not even belong to you, but you've picked it up from other people. You've learned things, perhaps, by seeing other people. And so a lot of these habits, or a lot of these maybe just fears or thoughts that you have, it's like it's not even yours. So this person also helps to trigger you in a way to shake things up, so that way you can change these paradigms. Okay, Knight of Swords, yeah. Knight of Swords is somebody who abruptly comes in and creates some sort of change. And it might be somewhat, it feels harsh. The Knight of Swords can sometimes be very harsh energy. So I feel like perhaps maybe you or this person have been harsh with each other, but it's meant to be this way, so that way it gets you guys moving, it gets you guys rolling on this path. So don't spend too much time in these wounds. Don't spend too much time in the energy of this person hurt me. Try not to get caught up or stuck in that story, okay? Because it's like this energy now of piggy bank. It's like we're storing something away. We're storing this energy away. We're not meant to hold on to this energy for life. We are meant to transmute the energy, you guys. We're meant to move through this energy. We're not meant to hold on to it and save it and just just strangle it to death. We're not meant to keep it. We're meant to move through it. Ten of Pentacles. To me, the Ten of Pentacles is telling us this is like the ultimate goal, the ultimate achievement. This is like what you have achieved with this individual, with this person. This is the two of you here. This chess board is the game that you guys are playing right now, the game of life. These are the moves that you guys are making. So it might seem that the two of you are competitors right now, but you guys are actually each other's teachers. So don't get too caught up in the energy or the thought of this person hurt me, this person did this to me, this person did that to me. And then, of course, this goes for them as well. It's not going to serve you well. It's meant to push you. It's meant to challenge you. Their words, their actions or inactions are meant to push you forward in this life. So make sure that you don't get caught up in the fears and the darkness of this connection. Yes, there are shadows that it's going to bring up in you and you and them, but you're not meant to hold on to that and focus on that solely. You are meant to move through these shadows. You are. Now this person that's holding up the chessboard, that to me is like the lower selves, our lower selves. This is like our ego, 3D energy. This to me, that chessboard is like 4D. That's the transition to 5D. This is you and your person existing in that fifth dimensional space. So you guys are evolving is what I'm seeing here. And of course we have the moon in the background. So it's night. And so this is all taking place in like this higher realm. It's all taking place in the subconscious. It's all taking place in our perception of things. So our perception of this situation, of this connection, of this person, of this whole experience, it's our perception that creates that reality. So if you're in this energy of darkness and you feel like a victim and you feel wounded, it doesn't mean those things didn't happen. But if we focus on the energy, we're constantly going to stay stuck. Or we can get on the board and start making moves. We can start clearing energy, moving forward, and actually participate perhaps. You know, create what it is that we want with this individual or just in life in general. Okay? Because the thing is, I mean, we can't control, of course, what another person is going to do or not do with us. All we can do is control ourselves. But what I'm getting here is like you're getting a leg up in the game of life by focusing on yourself, by focusing on your own moves, by focusing on your own strategy. Trying to figure out how you're going to be in an equal playing ground with this individual. So if you feel victimized by this person or less than this person, I do feel like this is Spirit's way of telling you that this is about you gaining your strength and your power back from what you've given to this individual. So they're a really great teacher for you, even though they might seem like your enemy, or maybe they might seem like someone who's really wounded you and hurt you. You have something major to learn here with them. And it's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. And it's like with that piggy bank, you're only adding to your bank. You're only adding to that value of yourself. This person is actually giving you back your value. They're not giving it to you, but what I'm saying is that they are that representation of all these things that you don't like about yourself. They are mirroring, it's like shadow to you in order for you to clear this energy so you can really value yourself again. So I hope that that makes sense to you. And that's a pretty significant opening message from Spirit to us right now when it comes to this individual. I like that a lot. So I'm going to put the cards to the side because, you know, we may need to go back to them for whatever reason, just to reference them. And I'm drinking my coffee still, you guys, so. Okay. Let's take a peek at the soul contract of you and this individual. What is the soul contract here? And this isn't your entire soul contract. We're just taking a peek into the soul contract that's relevant, that is kind of rearing its head right now in the connection. So we're going to take a look at the past, the present, and the future. So to do this, we're going to go into this deck here. And I'm probably not going to say the name of this oracle deck, but it's called Mausolea Oracle of Souls, I think. So we're going to get the 3 biggest highlights right now of past, present, and future in this connection for the soul contract. So what's the soul contract? The soul contract is like the blueprint of what you guys wanted to learn when it came to yourselves through each other. So this is past energy, okay? Danu, mother of creation, motherhood, and creation is what that says. Let's take a look at the present energy here. Abaddon. This is overlord of the abyss. It says corruption and malice. I'm only picking up on certain words, you guys. I'm not taking all 3. I don't know why with this deck I only like to take 1 or 2. And future energy, it says the radiant lord, wisdom and kindness. That's beautiful. All right, so let's start to layer it out. We're going to go into the Z Tarot. Okay. Let's figure out, I'm going to put these to the side. Past energy here, okay? When it came to the past of this connection, so this could be things that are still affecting us with the soul contract that happened in the past. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Hermit. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this to me is definitely telling us that there has been a walking away. Okay, someone has walked away to go off on their own in order to find themselves. So this Queen of Cups, this could of course be you, the person watching the video. This could be your person needing to go off and to find themselves emotionally, spiritually, learn to love themselves, learn to open up their heart space. So this deck here is called Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 cards, one for you and one for them. And this is going to represent the personal energies here. So I'm just going to grab that card that fell because I feel like it's significant. It's called Complicated. Look at that. So I just feel like this is a complicated situation. There was complications. You and this person could have come together, and I feel if you're, let's just say the feminine watching this video, because the majority of my audience is feminine, so I'm just going to say that. If you're a feminine watching this video, when you came together with this person, you could have sensed from the get-go that there was complications, that this person was complicated, okay? But you may have wanted to mother this person, take care of this person, nurture this person. You might have felt like they were lost. And I do feel like there was this energy that this person did pick up with you where they felt really good. They almost felt like, yeah, I know it's going to sound weird, but kind of like mother-child kind of an energy where they really, really felt at home with you. But there was something deep down in their soul where they felt like they had to go off on their own. So if this person walked away from you, you can see here this feminine is holding on to this masculine as he is trying to walk away. So this could have really hurt you. This could have really complicated things for you. This really could have just created a lot of confusion where you just did not know how to move forward with your life. You did not know how to basically just move on. And this could be something that you're still struggling with today, of course, but this could just be about the past, as in you have really cleared this energy, okay? So the complicated card just fell out as just an additional message, I feel. So what is your person's energy connected to the past, and what's yours? So what's your person's energy connected to the past? We have High Priestess of Air. I do feel like your person was very much in their logical, rational thinking, okay? You know, High Priestess, of course, is this like spiritual energy. It's all knowing. It's an intuitive spiritual energy for sure. But there was the higher self that was basically rationalizing, taking over their feelings. So their head won. Okay. And that's not a bad thing. Their higher self may have just been telling them at the time, you know what? You have things to do. You have things to create. You have your life to live. You have to find yourself. There's certain things that you still need to grow and heal within yourself. And they may not have felt that they could do it with you by their side. So they jumped into that energy of utilizing their logic over their feelings. And you're the Queen of Cups. That's what I'm sensing in this reading. And so the air and water are 2 separate energies, very different energies. One's very logical and rational, and the other one is very emotional and deep. So those 2 energies, it doesn't mean they're not a match, but it just means you guys were on different wavelengths of expressing yourselves or dealing with the complications of the connection. You may not have wanted to let them go, and they may have realized that they had to let you go, or that maybe you had to let them go. This is your energy. So look, you're coming through as High Priestess's spirit. So what I want to say to you guys is that the fact that you guys are both coming through as High Priestess, that's a really, really beautiful thing. But see how you're coming through as spirit? You may have really understood, or maybe not 100% understood, but you may have just really, really felt spiritually awakened and just felt just completely deeply connected to this individual. And it doesn't mean that they didn't feel the same, but the thing is, their head and their ego outweighed it outweighed not their higher self, but it outweighed their heart in this situation. They could have been choosing to pay attention to their higher selves, and you could have been very emotionally, just like your emotions were taking over your logic at that point. And so you didn't want to let them go, but someone had to do it, is what I'm getting here. Somebody had to either pull the plug or make the decision to walk away, because if they didn't, you guys wouldn't be where you're at today. And where you guys may be at today, I'm going to move this a little bit. Where you guys may be at today is you guys might be better people because you guys walked away. You guys somebody needed to be stronger of the two of you, is what I'm seeing here. Somebody may have needed to be stronger. And it's almost like your person could have been the stronger of the two. And even though it might have seemed that they abandoned you, or that they walked away, or that they didn't care, it's like there was this higher understanding. The both of you guys intuitively knew, and you went with your intuition on the situation, and you just trusted that that was the right thing to do. So it's strange. It's an honorable thing to do, even though at the time it may not have felt honorable. But you guys both were connected in your higher selves with each other. You guys were definitely connected in the higher realms when you guys came together. So the connection was created. There's higher energy here. You guys may have really experienced in the 3D world some very evolved energy here. It could have been temporary though, and it could have been that this was just too much as well, and someone just still needed some growing and healing to do to find themselves. They were meant for something else. Someone was meant for something else. And it doesn't mean that they're not meant for this connection perhaps later on in life, but they were meant for something else. And that might have been really hard for you. I almost feel like, in a way, your person felt so much for you, but there was this inner calling that they had, and it really complicated things. It really complicated their life. They couldn't have you in their world for whatever reason. So I feel like a real, almost torturous energy with this one, you guys, is what I see. And yeah, I don't know, it's really strange. It just makes me really, really sad. It makes me really sad because I feel like somebody really misunderstood the walking away. They really misunderstood the words, or they misunderstood what happened here. So this like created a major complicated mess where it didn't need to be. Yeah. All right, that's what we're getting here. So now let's go ahead and move on into Abaddon. Overlord of the Abyss. So corruption and malice. So again, something got complicated and it didn't need to be. Something became corrupt, malicious behavior, and it just didn't need to be at this level. It just didn't need to be this way, but it got to this point for some reason. So it's like shadows emerged, people reacted. Yeah. The connection or the contract got really complicated and it didn't need to be. Now we have strengths energy. Sorry, you guys, about the glare on some of these cards. King of Cups. And Six of Swords. Okay, so remember, you guys, this is current energy now in the contract. So with all that past energy, it could be that now what you guys presently have is like this corrupt, malicious energy, or that you're still working through some of this. That Strength card, of course, is like balancing the feminine and masculine energies within yourself. A part of our masculine side may want to, create justice, might want to create this balancing right now. I feel like what is happening, though, is that the masculine in the situation is actually growing up and healing and transitioning. Now, this energy has come up in a lot of my soul connection readings the last, I don't know, a couple of months, I think now, where this masculine might need to travel or move forward or to kind of go off on his own for a little bit of time in order to do just that, in order to really balance out his emotions and to become stronger on his own. Okay? He might need to basically step away from corruption. He might need to step away from just some kind of energy that he is around that is causing him to feel just not the greatest. So this is like stepping away from maybe his life in some sort of way, the life he's always known, starting over, starting fresh, moving. The Six of Swords, of course, is an energy of moving. So that is what I'm seeing is taking place right now in this contract. The masculine is going through some sort of emotional mastery here. Now, of course, this could be a feminine that's also emotionally mastering herself too. So let's take a look at your person. What is your person's energy connected to the contract right now? Okay, we have deceit. So the fact that we have malice, corruption, and now deceit, there's a lot of shadow that your person is working through. Absolutely. They're really, they feel deceived. They feel perhaps like maybe even if they've deceived other people or they haven't been true to themselves or other people their entire lives, a lot of these shadows are starting to rear their ugly head. That's what I'm getting with that. They're wanting to transition out of that energy and grow up and change. This is you, the fledgling. The fledgling is all about brand new energy. It's like a baby. So for you, you're wanting to start over too. So I definitely feel like you want to start over. You want new energy. You don't want to stay connected or held or hold. You don't want to stay hostage to the darkness of this situation any longer. You want a fresh new start. You want to transition through this energy. But guess what? It's going to take both people to balance their masculine and feminine energies within themselves and to emotionally master themselves before the two of you can transition to that other side of the shore. So right now you guys might be in choppy waters, and it's because of this corruption of what's happened here. Corrupt behavior, malicious behavior, deceit, lies, deception. So we are going to have to really nurture ourselves is what I'm getting here. We're really going to have to nurture ourselves and to be strong on our own. Okay? Abaddon is like death. So there's a transition that wants to take place right now. There is a ending of the old and going towards a new way of being. So we have to be in that vibration first within ourselves before we can attract that into our world. So Spirit is asking us to really focus on ourselves, especially you, the viewer. Focus on yourself. Really try not to get caught up in this person's darkness, their past, what they did, what they didn't do. That energy isn't going to serve you. You've got to transition out of that energy. That's what we're getting here in the contract. So now let's go ahead and move on into the upcoming energies in the contract, so future. And I like this because this says wisdom and kindness. How do we get there? How do we transition from the darkness to the light? Is by learning, by seeing things from a much bigger perspective, realizing that the actions of what people do isn't really about us. It's more about them and how they're feeling about themselves. So we can start to see things in a different way, and we don't have to have so much anger or so much shadow tied up with this individual. This will help us. So when we radiate this wisdom and we see things in this way, and we feel much kinder in our souls, this is then reflected back to us in the universe. It's a vibration that we're holding. So new energy has a way of showing up. See, Six of Cups. So this Six of Cups is about things from the past coming back. People revisiting the past, really thinking about the past, making amends with the past. So this is a part of your guys' contract. So in the future, you guys may want to reconcile. In the future, both of you guys are thinking about the past, your past behaviors, things that have made you who you are today, wanting to change and transition out of old energy. We have the King of Swords now. So we've had a King of Swords and a King of Cups in this reading. So what's interesting to me is the air and the water have come up in two different ways in the contract. So of course that could be the elements between you and your individual, or it could just be that's what the contrast is right now. Is rational, logical ways of thinking versus emotions. So there's like two polar opposite energies here that are trying to balance out. Okay. So you have somebody who's very rational and somebody who tends to observe things and they just think about things in those terms. And then you have someone who's very emotional and very spiritual and somebody who feels things. So sometimes those two energies can be a little bit of a contrast. So there needs to be a balance of energies. And with the Four of Pentacles, somebody needs to let go of something. So in the future, I feel like we are revisiting how we feel about this person. They're reviewing how they feel about us. We're reviewing whether or not this is someone that we still want to hold on to or someone that we need to let go of. Now, the thing is, anything that we're holding on to, we really do need to let go of, because anything that we are too attached to, that's just not good energy. So we do need to let this person go in some aspect and be a little bit more kind and learn from this situation rather than being so attached to it. So I do feel like that's happening. And it might be that we are, sorry, you guys, I don't know why the cats are fighting. Stop! It's like that contrast. We're balancing out this energy. We're reconciling these differences. We're letting go. I'm seeing here that someone is letting go of someone's words. Somebody is letting go of how someone could have come across very harsh with their words and just very detached. You're letting go of the vision of this person. You're choosing to create a new story. You're not deluding yourself, but you are creating a new story. You don't have to hold on to this person with so much shadow. You can see them in a new light. So you're changing the energy by changing the energy that you're holding for them. Stop. Hey. So let's now see what their energy is connected to the future when it comes to the contract. Okay, so now we have High Priestess of Water. So this is really interesting, you guys, because we had them in the very beginning come through as air, and now they're transitioning to water. So someone is going into their more watery feminine side. So if you're dealing with the masculine, this masculine is transitioning from air to water. Okay. And it could be that maybe you're transitioning from water to air. So do you see how you guys are both having an opportunity to be in the different energies, to see things from each other's perspectives? Yeah. But High Priestess coming up 3 times now in this reading is really interesting to me, because this tells me that we're really paying attention to our higher selves. Like, we're really in this energy of being spiritually connected. Okay, so love, I've seen this over and over again. It wanted to keep popping out. Love. Okay, so this is your energy. You're just in the energy of love with this person. You're just going to stay in that energy of kindness and love in your heart. You just love this person. You're not trying to fight it anymore. You're not trying to hate this person or clear them out of your life. You might try to clear your attachments to them, which is healthy, absolutely, but you're no longer trying to banish them out of your life. You just realize that you love this person. They're in your heart. They're always going to be in your heart, and you're going to learn to live with that energy in a more peaceful way for yourself. And what this does is it actually, in some sort of way, creates more of a kind, receptive energy in your person. You're not controlling them, but your energy towards them actually helps them to transition to a softer energy with the connection. So they might be a little bit more open to reconciling in the future and may no longer need to hold on to that harsh King of Swords energy. They're opening themselves up to their emotions. They're wanting to be more kind instead of being that harsh King of Swords energy. They're wanting to let go of those old stories about themselves in the future. They're wanting to perhaps reconcile because of the love that you've healed. You have transitioned your energy towards them, and this is creating a new dynamic in the future. Whoa. All right, you guys, I hope that resonated with you and that wasn't just too all over the place or too like crazy deep, but That's what we have. So now we're going to take a look and see what are their energies towards you at this particular time, okay? So we're going to go into my sister's deck, which is Divine Connections Oracle by Queen of Light 1111. This is a newer deck for me. This is from Rising Sun Oracle. What he didn't say, channeled messages from the Divine Masculine. And then we're going to go into two of my own decks, Twin Flame Journey Tarot and Twin Flame Journey Oracle. Okay. So where is your person currently at right now when they think about you? So this is just how your energy looks in their headspace right now. When they think about you, how they see you, view the situation, when they reflect on you in the situation, what does this energy look like? So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm just going to shuffle each deck, and we're just going to take it from the top. Just like this. All right, let's see. Okay, we have Pride and Ego with the Knight of Swords. Interesting, because that's an energy that came up from the very beginning. Very beginning. That was the very beginning of the reading. Knight of Swords, you guys. Knight of Swords, and that came through with the childhood energy. So it could just be that somebody's childish behavior from the past, which would be your person perhaps, came from pride and ego. So it could be that when they think about you in this connection, they could be thinking about how they acted in the past, is what I'm seeing with that. We have nurture. And that makes total sense to me, because that card came up with the nurturing energy, which was the past energy of the contract. I'm glad I kept these cards. Look at that. That mothering energy, that nurturing energy. Yeah. So I feel like when your person thinks about you in this connection, they could be in that energy where they're just thinking about perhaps that you didn't necessarily deserve the way that they treated you, that you were actually a really good person, that you were very nurturing and very loving and giving to them, but their pride and ego got in the way and they could have acted a certain way. I want to be able to give you a safe home to live in and provide you with a secure future, but I'm not financially able to. So what I'm seeing here is that this person perhaps was not able to, at the time, to provide you with what you were looking for. So you could have been looking for, let's just say, commitment, marriage, wanting to grow old with this person. And again, there was something about them that knew that that just wasn't in the cards for them at the time. They couldn't be that for you. They still had to go out and secure themselves in some way, which is why their higher self was connected to the Hermit. They just knew. They knew that the timing was not right for the two of you. So they did pay attention to their higher self, which told them that something was complicated, that something just didn't sit right with them. Something didn't feel right. You guys just were not, you guys came together and there was definitely that spiritual connection with all that High Priestess energy for sure. But there was something that wasn't ready. So when they think about you in this connection, they do reflect on the past. They do see you as somebody who they felt really good with, or might even feel like they belong with in some sort of way. But they want to be able to give you more than they can give you right now. And so that might be an energy that we're tapping into that's saying that this person is still stuck in 3D ways of thinking. They're still stuck in their pride and ego. They're still stuck in, well, I need to be able to provide. And so until I can provide, or until I reach a certain status in my life, then I'm not going to be good for anybody. So that could be where they're currently stuck still. What about their emotions? How is your person feeling at this time? What does this energy look like in their heart space? We have big dreams. We have Four of Wands. We have Archangel Zadkiel release, and we have I'm paying a heavy price for all of my wrongs. Karma is not kind to me, but I know that in time justice will be served. Wow. So I do feel like in their heart space, they are still following a dream. They are still searching for something. They are still in that hermit's energy. Okay? They're in that hermit's energy. So they're still trying to find themselves. And you might be saying to yourself, how long is that going to take? As long as it takes. That's the answer, as long as it takes. If somebody doesn't feel like they found themselves, or that they're not able to love themselves, or they haven't healed, they haven't released what they needed to release, you're going to continue to pay the price with this person through karma. So why not allow them to release it on their own? And it doesn't mean that you don't love them enough or that you wouldn't go through these hard times with them, but they want to do this on their own is what I'm sensing. They want to do this on their own. I feel like they definitely want to build this life. They want to build 10 of Pentacles with you, which is why that 10 of Pentacles came up at the very beginning of the reading. Remember, the 3D was all that dark energy. The chessboard is 4D, so that's the bridge to 5, where the two of you guys are basically able to play this game and to be equal, like opponents with one another, and really making moves, big moves in this, like making things happen. So this 4 of Wands, though, this foundation is up in the clouds. So this just means here that your person, as much as they still feel this connection with you in their heart, and as much as they might dream perhaps of a world that the two of you guys can be together, right now they're in a karmic cycle of paying the price for either the decisions that they've made. There's a heavy energy that they're still trying to clear and release. So that has to take place. So your future and their dreams and all these things still seem to be out of their reach when it comes to you and the connection. I almost am sensing too that your person feels some sort of karma connected to you, meaning that they could have done something to you and they feel like they're being punished now. And so they long and they dream to fix this with you and to be on that chessboard with you again, but it's still out of their reach because they're still stuck in that pain and that shadow of 3D world ego. Interesting. Okay. So what about this? What did I say this was? Hold on for a second. What is the action that they're willing to take in the actual physical world? Okay, so I'm getting here right away. We're getting patience. This person is not chomping at the bit to do anything right now. They're willing to wait for better timing. They're not trying to rush into your life. Yep, they're trying to restrain themselves. This to me is really cool because what we're seeing here, if you guys are still with me, what we're seeing here is a part of the contract. Remember, that right there came up in the contract, strength. And let's see where it came up. I think it came up in the present energy. Presently, where they're at right now is they are trying to restrain themselves and they're trying to balance out their feminine and masculine energies within themselves. So they just sense that it's just not the right time to come towards you. Yep, because they still have to remove obstacles. They have to remove obstacles from their life. Okay? I remain single and continue to hold a space in my heart for you. So they may not be with anybody else. For some of you guys, that may not resonate. Maybe you do know that they're with someone, but the thing is that they hold a space in their heart for you no matter who they're with. No matter who they're with or what they have going on, they still hold a piece of their heart or space in their heart for you. But they are trying to remove obstacles from their life. They're trying to release, remember. They're trying to get through karmic patterns and karmic cycles. So again, this just confirms for us that your person is not trying to make any moves towards you at this time. They may want to, but they're not doing it. Because it's like your person is still trusting their higher self. And their higher self tells them that something just still isn't quite right for them. They're not ready yet. So what about their higher self? What is this energy here that is connected to their inner knowingness, their higher seat? I'm telling you, it's coming out. They know that they need to be alone. That's the Hermit. They know that they need to be in hermit mode. Okay? I don't just say these things for fun. I don't just say these things because I want to. The cards don't lie. Your person knows that they need to be alone. Your person knows that they need to find themselves, that they need to be on the hermit's journey. Yep. Hello. That's the single card. 9 of Pentacles. And again, you guys, even if your person is with someone else, it doesn't matter. They are finding themselves while they are independent from you in this connection. So they're solo from your connection. You guys aren't together. So they're alone in that sense, but they may still be spending time or sharing space with someone else, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting here that they are going within themselves and reflecting on themselves at this time. So their higher self is still steering the ship, which is great because you guys could have seen this person rejecting you or walking away from you as abandoning you. You could have seen them as they don't love me. I'm not good enough. Do you see how they may have triggered all of these shadows within you in order for you to clear and heal? They had their own agendas, of course. They had their own things that they had to work on too. But this was the best thing for both of you, that either you walked away from them or they walked away from you, because you guys now have the ability to clear and to work on yourselves and to better yourselves because of each other. See, remover of obstacles coming up again. Your higher selves knows this. So this is a kind of unique deck that my sister made here because there are 3D energies and there are 5D energies. This right here is the 3D energy of removing obstacles. Soldier. Ganesha, though, is the 5D energy. Your person knows that this is the remover of obstacles in the connection. They know that by being alone and doing their own thing right now and navigating their own journey right now is the best thing for them, which of course in turn is the best thing for both of you at a later date. That's beautiful. Look, I cannot change the outcome of my actions. I cannot control how you feel. I hope that you can accept that I did not mean to hurt you. Look at that. This was not personal. I didn't hurt you on purpose. That was never my intention to hurt you. And I'm sorry that I did, is what your person wants you to understand and know. And their higher self knows that they didn't mean to hurt you. They're very aware of the fact that they were in their pride and in their ego when they did do something to you. But they are trying to remove these obstacles by bettering themselves as a person. So that way they don't hurt you or others moving forward. They want to change. They want to improve themselves. How amazing is this, you guys? Love that. So now we're going to go into your energy towards them. So we're going to switch it up just a little bit. Okay. So this right here, this is the Divine Feminine Confessions by Bridget Rao. This right here is, again, from my sister, Queen of Light, 1111. This is her Queen's Journey Tarot with matching Queen's Journey Oracle. And this is my Arrows of Love Oracle. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to shuffle each deck and we're just going to take them from the top. Okay, you guys. So what this represents when it comes to your person, this is what you know. This is what you know about your person. This is your energy. This is what you know about your person. You know that your person, if you're a feminine watching this video, is your masculine. That's what you know, okay? Your third eye chakra is open and activated. This is spiritual understanding, spiritual awakening, trusting your intuition. You just know it. And you know. You just know that this person is your counterpart. You know that they are this individual that is helping you to clear and ascend in this life. That's what you freaking know. And we have 10 of Wands. Yep. Even though it might be a burden for you. Okay, so what I'm getting for some of you, I don't need this. Sometimes you might feel like I don't even want this. It's too much of a burden to be connected to this person. I don't even need this person in my life. I'd rather just move forward and maybe choose another person or just be happy and go on with my life. And it doesn't mean you can't. But you might not feel like you even need this person in your life, yet you continue to be connected to them. But again, what you know is that they represent something in you that you need to let go. Cycles within yourself that you need to clear and heal. Burdens that you need to let go of within yourself. That's what you know. I want us to get more comfortable in all ways so that I can play out my fantasies with you someday. Let's get naughty. And that's really cute because this is the thing. You would love to be in a more casual energy and situation and setting with this individual. You would love to just be more friendly. You would love to maybe just be friends. Things don't have to be so difficult between us. They don't have to be so hard. They don't have to be so heavy. I would just like to just be comfortable in a way where we could just play. Okay? And what I also get, you guys, is what you know is what you are envisioning in your third eye. You're envisioning just a more playful, casual energy with this individual. That is actually helping you to remove the obstacles. You're doing some sort of 5D work, either through meditation, creative visualization, prayer. I think I just said meditation. You're doing something that is helping to release the burden that exists between you and your perhaps masculine, if that's the way you see this individual. You know. And you know that one day that you in this masculine may be in that energy. Okay, so you're going to continue to envision a more casual setting, a lighter energy that exists between the two of you until you actually create that in your physical world. That's what you know. It's beautiful. All right. And I'm also getting to what you might know is that your masculine is fantasizing about you. So you might be picking up on his energy is what I'm also getting with that. Okay. So this is what you feel. This is what you feel. Yeah. So the fact that I just said that, if you guys are picking up on some very passionately or maybe even sexually charged energies, what you feel, like you're feeling it in the sheets, you're feeling it in different sensations within your body, you're feeling this energy, you're picking up on the vibration. Throne. So this is about being in like a power position, feeling very empowered by this energy. You feel very empowered because I feel like on some level, you know that this individual sees you as someone who is special, sees you in a way as royalty, like a queen, above all other people. You know that this masculine sees you as something special. That's what I get. Yep, sees you as Two of Cups. You know that this masculine sees you and feels you in this energy that you guys have a special connection that he has not been able to duplicate or replace with anyone else. Like, you know that you're the cream of the crop. And it's not like an ego thing. You just know it. You feel it. So feeling it is different actually than knowing it. You feel it in your heart. You feel the connection. You feel like this is something special. You're connected to this person. So you feel their energy. Perhaps in these ways, you feel connected to them. And we've been doing this way too long. You could have been in this situation or separation with this individual where you've just been energetically connected to them, which of course you always are energetically connected to people. You're never really in a separation. That's just an illusion. But you guys have been in this energy for a long time. You've been connecting with them in their heart space for a very long time. You've been connecting to their energies because you guys maybe not are ready to face each other in the actual 3D world. So in your heart space, you know that this is your counterpart. You know that there's some kind of a special contract connection with them. You know this energy. You know what, you guys, I just realized that Peaches is locked in my library. So give me just a second. Peaches, come on. Sorry, you guys. When I went in to get my cards this morning, he wanted to go in there, and I was thinking to myself, you're going to be sorry because you're going to get locked in here because I'm going to forget. And sure enough, I forgot he was in there. Yeah. So when it comes to how you feel here, and you just feel in your heart, you feel like this is your counterpart. You feel like this is your masculine. You feel, all these things. It's been way too long that you guys have been in this situation. So you have, it's like this is what you rely upon to tap into the energy is your higher self, your sensations in your body, meditation, visualization, dreams, astral travel, all those things is what I'm getting here. And some of you guys, you might feel more connected to this person in water for whatever reason. There could be like a past life or something, or not past life really, but just like you guys are connected. I think it's Lemuria. I could be wrong. That's connected to water or something like that. There could be a connection between the two of you in that world. That makes sense. Okay. This right here is the energy of what you see. Okay. What you see. Heart on the line. Royal Chamber. Fool's energy. And I love the way you live your life. I wonder if you know how truly rare you are. That's really beautiful. So what you see is this. You see your person in that royal chamber, okay? That's what you see. You see them as somebody that you want to be in that royal chamber with. Like you want to be with them in a way where it's special. It's something that's special. It's something that's significant. They're very rare. They're special. And you also, what you see is that you see perhaps that you would have to either put your heart on the line and take a risk in order to perhaps get things rolling in the 3D world. Now, this is not telling you to do that, but this is an indication that perhaps you would have to put your heart on the line in order to reactivate this connection or the situation. You might also just see that your person is now starting to step into their heart space and put their heart on the line and to see their value. And they're starting to love their life, and they're starting to take new risks, and they're starting over, and they're starting fresh, and they're starting to live their way in a whole new life to get to that royal chamber. So I keep getting this vision of the 10 of Pentacles as your ultimate goal. That's where you guys end up at some point, whether it's in this life or some other life. That's your chamber. That's where you and your person reside in 5D. You guys are already together in that space. But there's this 4 or 3D energy that you're still both subjecting yourselves to. And so the more that you admire this person, when you see them and you love them and you love the way that they live their life. So this is just an example. Let's just say that you're watching this person on social media and you're watching them and they're posting things, or they're doing things or saying things that make you feel a certain way about them. You judge them, you become angry, you become triggered. That's not an energy field that is loving. It's not an energy field that's of high vibration. So you're seeing them through a 3D lens. Sometimes it's best not to engage or to try to look for things or to see people or watch people on social media, because people could be blowing off steam. People could be just being a certain way or whatever, not being true. That does happen on social media. And so if you're looking at them through that lens, you're not able to see all of the love and but your higher self, when you connect to this individual, that's who they truly are. That's who they truly are. You're connecting to the light of who they truly are. You're connecting to their higher selves. But if you're too busy trying to look at them in the 3D world and see them in a 3D way, you might miss out on all of this energy. You might miss out on loving the way that they live their lives. Okay? So for some reason, this is what you see right now. What you see, this is what you need to see. You need to see this person through the eyes of love. That's a song, I think, from like the 1970s or 80s, from that, what, Ice Castles? Is that the movie Ice Castles? I think so. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. So, heart on the line. Somebody's going to have to put their heart on the line here. Somebody's going to have to take a risk. And you might see yourself as you're going to be that person to do that later on. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, this is what this person's going to have to do. They're going to have to put their heart on the line. And I'm seeing that for most of you. You see this person as they have to put their heart on the line. They have to embrace that emotional side of themselves. They have to master this. They continuing to be in that King of Swords energy their entire lives. It does serve them in some way, but it's not serving their heart. It's not serving that aspect of themselves that needs to grow emotionally. So they're going to have to put their heart on the line and take a risk, perhaps, to start things back up with you, to come back, to reconcile. So that way you guys can share that time in that royal chamber where both this king and queen belong. So what you're seeing with your physical eyes could be taking away from what really is, if that makes sense. So try not to waste too much time with what you're seeing. Try not to get caught up in what you're seeing. Really try to be more in your heart space and in your third eye. Your third eye is very important in this situation with this individual. That came up a lot with High Priestess. This connection is more in like the higher realm. It's like that's where Spirit is asking you to remain. And you're not remaining in a fantasy land. You're not remaining in the clouds. But you're choosing to be in a higher vibration with this individual. You're choosing to be in that energy rather than being in that 3D energy, because that 3D energy could be very corrupt. It's very corrupt, could be very malicious. There could be a lot of deceit, lies, deception. And yes, that is a part of a reality, or an aspect, I guess, of a reality, because people do have shadows. People do have energies that they do need to clear. So yes, those things are realistic, as in we need to clear those things. We may not want to participate with those things, but focusing on that only, or getting caught up in that energy, is not going to help you to move through and transition to the other side of this connection, if that makes sense. Okay. So now let's take a look and see, what do you sense? What do you sense? We have casual dating, unawakened princess, Queen of Wands, and you're more important than material items, status, location, etc. I'd rather have you and sacrifice everything else. So what you sense, perhaps, is that your person needs to basically be in an energy where they're just casual, where they're not too focused on one thing, that they're just casually just keeping their options open, or just casually doing their own thing. Unawakened princess, that's like a child. Hey, Peaches, stop. I don't know why the cats are acting up today. But unawakened, there's still some aspect of them, this child energy within them that's still somewhat unawakened. You are the Queen of Wands, is what I'm seeing in this reading. Okay, you're very awakened, and it doesn't mean like, oh, you're more ascended than your person, you're better than them. But I do feel like in this reading, you guys, that the feminine is a little bit more in her power than this masculine. Okay, you picked up on the connection. You saw it very clearly from the very beginning. Your masculine felt something but didn't know what to do with it. So that's what I see here. This masculine, you would rather be with this masculine now and sacrifice just all these different things. You would rather be with him and go through the karma and basically take it all onto yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what you sense. But you also sense that he needs to awaken, or she needs to awaken in that way. They need to let go of these childhood traumas, or these... Stop, Peaches! I gotta move this bowl. Sorry, guys. Pissing me off. I love him, but he's pissing me off. All right. So what you sense here is that your person, probably masculine, needs to continue to just be more in that casual solo energy, or even if they are with other people, kind of try things on for size in order to learn, in order to heal. That's what I'm sensing with that. Queen of Wands is still walking to the beat of her own drum. She's got her wolf with her. She looks badass. Look at that energy. Look at that image on that card. Your masculine is very important to you, and they're more important than all this material crap. It's like, yes, on some level, you know that it would probably serve you better if they were not in this dark energy, if they weren't lost somewhere in this 3D existence, even though they are ascending and they're growing. You know that maybe more separation and time would probably be best for the two of you, but you unconditionally love them enough to where you would take them now. You would take them now. And you would make the sacrifices of their karma and their lessons affecting your life and maybe even darkening your energy a bit. Like, you would take it on. Casual dating, I'm also getting to that you would open yourself up to just being in their life, even on a casual level. Even if that means that they're not wanting to commit to you 100%, or that it's just the two of you being friends. I'm also getting that too. Like, you're willing at this time, Pages, you're willing at this time to just be there for your masculine until he awakens. Okay? But what I want to say about that, you guys, is that you might sense on some level that you do need to continue to walk your own path. That Queen of Wands, I mean, look at her. She's freaking amazing. So if this is something that you feel is going to regress you or affect you in a negative way, you know what's best for you. So trust your intuition is what Spirit's trying to tell you. Trust your intuition. If something isn't happening right now, take that as a sign. Take it as a sign. Alexa, continue to play music. I don't know why she stopped. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Alexa, play Marina Ray. Sorry about that, you guys. So that's where you're at. Okay? That is where you guys are at when it comes to your person. Those are the things that you sense. Those are the things that you feel. Those are the things that you know, that you see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into, let's see. We're going to go into what you guys both plug into for the ascension process when it comes to this connection, okay? These are the energies that you both plug into. This right here is the Twin Flame Current Vibes from Sister Moon Tarot. These are the energies that are available to both of you when it comes to this connection for your ascension process. Hooked. Hooked, line, and sinker. I pretend to not care, but I am obsessed with you. Okay, so that's interesting, right? We're going to get 4 cards here. Romantic. After all this time, I still have a crush on you. Sometimes you make me feel like a teenager all over again. It isn't what it seems. It's not all that glitters is gold. And follow your dreams. It says, I'm so proud of you for pursuing your dreams. Keep following your heart. I will always be here. It's beautiful energy. Okay, I don't hear any music. Alexa, play Marina Ray.
Shuffling songs by Marina Ray on Amazon Music.
Sorry, you guys, for all the disruptions. I'm not sure what the heck is going on. And then Peaches is over here in the corner and he's moving the cards. He's rubbing himself all over the corner. Okay. Follow your, or hooked. The Virgo moon in me wants to completely start this reading over because I feel like there's been so many distractions that I am worried that some of you guys are just like, oh my God, like something's up, like the energy. I don't know why there were so many freaking distractions. Oh my gosh, but the reading is too good. It's way too good. I'm not going to stop this because we're on something here. We're on to something. Hook, line, and sinker. I pretend to not care, but I'm obsessed with you. Wow. When you are ready, I know you will fix this. Look at that. So this is the deal, you guys. When it comes to this connection, it looks to me like you guys are both able to tap into this energy of what has been broken here and knowing that this will be fixed when it is meant to be fixed. So I pretend that I don't care, but you guys are both still hooked on each other, if that makes sense. Oh, this is my Divine Feminine Healing Oracle. This is my Twin Flame Journey messages too. I'm trying to take responsibilities for my actions right now. Please know this. And this is Twin Flame Journey messages 1. I still love you. Look at that. I still love you even though I pretend not to care. When I'm ready, I will fix this. Right now, I'm trying to take responsibilities for my actions. Please know this. So both of you guys are able to tap into the energy that you guys still love each other. Look at that. Even though that this is broken, you guys are still hooked and you guys still love each other. But you guys are also trying to take responsibilities for your actions. This is a two-way street. So you're able to tap in, they're able to tap into this. You guys are both able to tap into the inner knowingness that you guys still love each other, that there's a connection here. That's beautiful. So we have after all this time. So again, we did get a message earlier about it's been so long. We've been doing this for too long. Some of you guys, this could be years. Some. Equality. If someone cannot reciprocate my same efforts, I do not continue to try harder. I take it as a sign that we may not be on the same page at this time. Exactly. So the thing is, even though after all this time, they still love you and you still love them, if they're not on the same page, you're not going to continue to chase them or pursue them or any of that stuff. And the same thing for you. They're not going to continue to chase after you or pursue you if you're not ready or available. But the love is still there. Am I good enough for you? So there could be some sort of feelings of insecurity. And your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. So the thing is, am I good enough for you? Is this what I want? Is it not what? There's confusion here. So you guys are both able to tap into this energy where you guys both feel each other's fears, where you guys both feel the intensity, but it frightens you, but it allures you. You want it, but then you're afraid of it. So you guys are both kind of in this energy where you guys are both hooked on each other and you guys both still love each other, but you guys are both also still questioning all of those insecurities. So it isn't what it seems. Not all that glitters is gold. This is why it's very important for you to not solely rely on social media or what other people are saying or reporting to you about your person. We have talented. It says, I honor my unique talents as they have been given to me from the divine to share with the world. So what I just picked up on is this. Your person walking away from you isn't what it seemed. They may have felt like they had a dream to pursue or a dream to follow, and so that was a part of their calling. And you may have seen this as they didn't care for you or they didn't love you. That's not the case. So you're able to perhaps tap into this energy. It is available to you to understand this. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. See, look at this. The promise They broke a promise. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they promised you that they would be there for you, but it could be that you really felt like you guys had a special connection, so you were really surprised, caught off guard, or devastated when either they broke things off with you or something just wasn't working. It got complicated. When you are ready, I know that you will fix this. I'm sorry that I couldn't follow through with my promises. So them not coming back right now or apologizing to you or trying to make this connection work right now, it's not what it seems. It's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't love you still. That's not it. They could be still pursuing a dream, still trying to find themselves. How could you still love me after all I've done? It's like they're not like, how could you even still love me after all that I've done here? So they have some insecurities. You might also have some insecurities. How can you love me? It's a two-way street here. How could you love me after the things that I said, after the things that I've done? But we have something about following your dreams. Big dreams, you guys, came up for your person, remember? Following a dream, pursuing a dream. Could even be somebody who's very talented here. They have a special gift to share with the world. So follow your dreams. I'm still going to be here to support you. See, look at this. Support says, I have faith that the universe is guiding me towards what is best for me. Somebody is connected to what they feel they're supposed to do. They're following a dream. They're still pursuing something here. They're in hermit mode. I do feel like this is definitely your person, but this is you as well. There could be a bigger picture for you too. There could be something much bigger for you as well. And so you're choosing now to just let spirit be your guide, to guide you towards what is best for you. And what's best for the two of you right now may be that not being together is what's best for you. And your person seems to know it. Your person seems to know that you guys shouldn't be together right now. Okay? That's interesting. They know that you guys shouldn't be together right now. They're still choosing to connect with their higher self, which tells them that the connection isn't right now. Even though I don't show it, I am sorry for how things went between us. So again, it's not what it seems. Just because I haven't apologized or just because I haven't come back or just because of this or that doesn't mean I'm not sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry how things went down between us. It's not what it seems. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't love you. I do. My heart is telling me to just do it. So we do know that your person is transitioning from that King of Swords headspace to their emotions, Queen of Cups, High Priestess of Water, listening to their intuition. Okay, my heart is telling me to just do it, put my heart on the line and just take that leap of faith, take that risk, pick up the phone, send that message, say I'm sorry. And even though I'm not doing it, know that I am. So you guys are able to both, this is kind of like the chessboard. You guys are able to both pick up on each other's energies, your fears, your desires, what you guys feel towards one another. You guys are both able to tap into this energy. You just know certain things about them. They just know certain things about you. But I really like this card here, which is saying here that I'm always here. And I'm so proud of you for pursuing these dreams. I'm so proud for how far you've come. And even though I broke this promise to you in the beginning, this is actually leading towards something much greater than us just being together as a couple. There's something bigger here. Wow. Pretty deep, man. Pretty deep. So this is definitely a long and involved reading. So if you guys are still with me, cool. If you're not, it's okay. Especially with all the distractions. Okay. So now we're going to go into the energies of karma. Okay, what is the karma that they've had to clear? The reason that I want to do that is because we did get that message here that they have, karma has not been good to them. Let's take a look and see what this looks like, especially when it comes to you, because there has been some apology energy that's come up. You know, I'm sorry. What is this karma? What is the karma? What does this have to do with? So I've got 5 decks, and I'm going to shuffle all of them real quick, and so that way we can just kind of take one from the top instead of spreading them all out, since I don't really have a lot of room here. Okay, so these decks right here, we've got my Twin Flame Journey Shadows right here, Mystic's Midnight Oracle, Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, Spirits of Darkness and Light, Divination deck. So those are all created by myself. And then I wanted to include from Aqua Moonlight, her Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. So we're just going to shuffle each of these decks and see what kind of karma your person has had to experience when it comes to the decisions that they've made, not only with you, but also just other people. So let's go ahead and get into that. What karmic experiences have they gone through since you guys have been in separation? Okay. All right, let's get into it. Okay. Okay. Well, that right there, that broken promise that just came up, okay? I do feel like when they broke their promise, or when they didn't follow through with certain things, or when, let's just say, they destroyed the connection, I feel like they ended up hurting themselves too. It actually hurt them more than you know. Yeah. Spirit of the Wolf. This card keeps coming up in these weekly readings because your person is in the Spirit of the Wolf. They're in the Spirit of the Wolf. They are in that loner energy, hermit energy. They're in this energy. So even though their higher self told them that that's what they needed to do, it still hurt them. It still hurt them to leave you. What you need to understand and know is that when your person decided to do what they did, it's like they may have sabotaged it, so they could have gone to a dark place in order to sabotage things, but that's the only way that they knew how to separate themselves from you, if that makes sense. But it did hurt them. It hurt them to hurt you. We have pitiful. Could be that their energy made them feel pitiful, I feel like they were brought to their spiritual knees with that card. They were brought to their knees. Okay. They were brought down. Yeah, their belief systems. It's like they were brought down to their spiritual knees. They were stripped. This is just like a major awakening here. I feel like they've had to go through some sort of major awakening. Yep, look at that journey of darkness. So they had to go into some sort of a dark night of the soul for sure. So when things shattered between the two of you, whatever was broken, whatever was destroyed, they went off on their own, but they've been brought to their knees when it comes to their belief systems, and now they're seeing things in a whole new light. But it could be that they're really on this journey of darkness right now, where they're facing a lot of shadows. They're facing a lot of shadows right now. We have the chase. Chasing something. I do keep getting this for your individual. They're chasing a dream. They're chasing something. They're pursuing something. They're wanting victory and success. Unfortunately, though, there's something that has to do with like 3D energy, where they feel like they don't have enough money, or they feel like they're not successful enough, or something like that. And so this is causing them to be kind of focused on the wrong things. Yeah, look at that Spirit of the Scales, karma, justice, and balance. They've got to balance out this chase. They've got to balance out this appetite in their lives for things that are outside of them. They need to go within. So this is all happening right now. Doubt. A lot of doubts are coming up for them. A lot of doubt, a lot of not understanding things, not believing things. Okay, so nurse, castrate, debilitate, alter, and reform. I do feel like they've had to be altered and reformed to see things differently. It's almost like they've needed to be in some sort of way spiritually castrated or like altered in some way to bring them to their spiritual knees. And now that they've been in a way like castrated, now they can be different because they don't have those same desires, if that makes sense. So something is happening here. Something's happening for them or has happened. Yeah, see, this is the Page of Wands, Imp of Rage, temper tantrum. And it might be that they've really kind of kicked and screamed with this change. But this is happening no matter what. It's a part of their karmic lesson. It's a part of their karma, is to balance these scales. So as victorious as they may have wanted to be, as much as they've been relentlessly pursuing a dream, there's been some things that have definitely created some major obstacles for them. And as much as they want to kick and scream about it and act out, it's like that's not going to fix this. This is not going to balance the scales. So they've got to learn something. They've got to go within. Yeah, look at that. There are consequences. Karma, destiny, cause and effect. We're not talking about your person being punished here, but I do feel like karma has not been kind. And I'm not just making that up. I'm going to read the card that came up at one of the very first cards that we got about your individual. Let's read it. I am paying a heavy price for all my wrongs. Karma is not kind to me, but I know that in time justice will be served. Can't make it up. Look at that. So your person is definitely paying with some major consequences, but it's a part of their destiny. It's part of their destiny to go through this darkness. It's a part of their destiny because it's going to help them to balance out their lives, to clear up any doubt, to like rehabilitate them, to reform them and alter them in a way that they would have never been able to grow before. So they're growing from that Page of Wands energy, that child energy. They're growing out of these childish behaviors. This is good for them. So that way they can see things from a different perception to give them an advantage. That giraffe has a very long neck, so they're able to see things from a different way, a different level. So they're leveling up, is what I'm seeing here. This is helping them to level up. One-sided energy. Yeah, so that way it's like not only just about them, like they're thinking of other people, not just about themselves. The one-sided energy is somebody who's very selfish, somebody who is only seeing their side of the coin. They've never taken the time to see things from other people's perspective. They didn't know what it felt like to feel like the pain that they've inflicted onto other people. They've never experienced that. And now I feel through this karma, they have finally felt like what this is like. So how they judged others or what they did or what they projected onto other people has now been balanced in their lives because it's been done to them in a certain way. And so now they're just like, wow, it's very humbling. Your person has been humbled by their karma. Yep. And it's during this, it could be during this pandemic. They could have lost something during this pandemic. Okay, so this coronavirus could have definitely tainted them. They could have gotten the virus. They just could have been infected just by a virus in a way. So when we get sick, we want to find ways to heal and to get better. We're also at risk of just going down a bad path if we continue to be this way. And I feel like your person really knows now. They want to protect themselves. They want to move forward. They want to be a better person. They want to make different decisions. Yep. Dictator of Rage. So this right here is the King of Wands. This does say violence. They could really right now be very, very fired up. They could also be speaking their truth, but it's in a very harsh way. They could be very, very domineering. They could be very like rocking the boat, saying a lot of things that are just very harsh, very hurtful. They're at risk, though, that if they don't change and they don't change their perception and they only see it their way, they're actually creating more karma for themselves. So I feel like your person, it's like they run the risk right now during this time in the world of creating more karma. So I feel the reason that this is coming up this way is because you need to know that your person is going through a lot of like a crisis right now, like an identity crisis. And they're being brought to their knees or have been brought to their knees. And this is a process that might be better off with you not connected to them. I mean, you're already connected to them energetically, but do you really want to be in this person's physical life while they're in this energy? I think deep down, you know, as the Queen of Wands, that isn't going to suit you. It's not going to add to your life. It may actually take away some of your power. So you know that this person has to basically face their own consequences. You know that they have to grow. Now that Page of Wands to the King of Wands, this tells me that they're on a journey to find themselves. So it's through these mistakes that they're making that Spirit's going to really balance things for them. So whatever they're putting out, they're getting back. It's pretty immediate, you guys. And it could be that they have definitely been brought to their knees during this pandemic. And so this is something where if you were to connect yourself with them in some sort of way, you'd be putting yourself at risk because of their energy. So you can continue to hold them in love and light, but maybe perhaps to try to come together with them right now, it might be best for you to realize that their higher self is steering their ship and realizing that they might not be the best person for you right now. Their energy and their karma and what they're going through might not be the best for you. So take it as a spiritual, like spiritual protection right now. It's spiritual protection. And a dragonfly, you guys, a huge dragonfly is flying right in front of my window. I wish I could show you guys it, but if I move the camera, I'm telling you, I won't be able to get it leveled again. But that dragonflies to me are self-awareness. Your person is on a road to being more aware of themselves. And it's through all of this karma, it's through all of this darkness that they're going to become more aware. That's what I'm getting. Wow. So they're just on a journey. They're on a journey to grow to that King of Wands. But it's through trial and error. It's through their experiences that they're going to learn something here. So you've got to let that happen. You've got to let that happen is what I'm seeing here. Okay. That was pretty intense, huh? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into energy that they send your way. Okay. This is energy that they're sending your way. And so this could be things that you actually feel from your individual. So this is the Sacred Healing Journey cards by Angelic Revelation 144. And we have an Oracle and a Tarot deck from Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Flaming Roses Lover's Oracle and her Flaming Roses Tarot. All right, so let's see. What energy does your person send your way? Whether it's deliberately or just unintentionally. We have communication. Okay. Handling challenging communication, including being ghosted and blocked. So this is energy that they send your way. If some of you guys have been blocked by this person or ghosted by this person, this is obviously energy that they have sent your way. But it could also be that when it comes to how to communicate with you, they could be trying to plant seeds. Page of Coins is somebody who's really examining things and trying to figure out how they can offer some sort of a new foundation in this situation or connection. So ideas, I'm getting inner knowingness. The way that they're communicating with you, you guys, is through your inner knowingness, like just different ideas that you have in your head. Things that come to you are actually their energy. Reminiscing. They reminisce about you. Yeah. So if you're thinking about them suddenly, it's because they're thinking about you. Look at that. They're communicating with you. They're examining things. They're examining this connection. They're reminiscing about you, thinking about you. So when you're thinking about them, even though you guys might be ghosted by them or even blocked, or there's just no communication, there's a challenge situation here, they're still trying to think of a new way to break that cycle because they miss you. So your person, even though their higher self is telling them maybe it's not the best time for us to try to reconnect, it doesn't mean that they don't desire it. We also have healing abandonment. Rejection is a projection of another person's sphere. They also project onto you their own abandonment issues and fears that they need to heal. So you might be picking up on that as well. Picking up on your person's fears. So if you're suddenly feeling agitated or fearful or just going into those parts of yourself that are very shadowy, I'm getting here that this is because your person is tapping into the old energies. And they are trying to heal. Look at that. They are trying to heal. The star is beautiful, spiritual healing. It's very positive. It's very hopeful. I want to heal this. I don't want to be in this energy with you. They do hope to reconnect with you one day. I am seeing this. They do hope to reconnect with you one day. And we have music. Your person is sending you messages through music. Wow, that is really cool. So that tells me here, you guys, that there's a lot of spiritual energy between you and them. High Priestess, of course, was huge in the beginning of the reading. So this tells me that your person definitely is thinking about you, reminiscing about you, listening to music, connecting the dots, wanting to heal. They definitely want to heal what has been abandoned between the two of you. They want to heal this bridge this gap. But how they communicate with you guys is through music, through lyrics. So if you guys hear something, see something, whatever this is, look up the lyrics. There's messages for your person from that. And we have spiritual growth. I love this. Consciousness and ascension. What your person is sending to you is they're sending you energies through the 3D world, which is their fears, their energy that's still challenged, but they're also sending you things in 5D with their higher consciousness. They're sending you something where they're more spiritually evolved. That's beautiful. Patience, but again, they're still blooming. Look at that. Okay, so I really like this because what's happening here is that your person's higher self is really popping through the reading today. Their higher self knows that they need time. Their higher self knows that they're on this individual journey right now to find themselves for a reason. Your person also in the beginning may have abandoned this situation because their higher self was always connected to what was meant to be between the two of you, which is not to be together right now, okay? And it was in order to grow and to heal. They knew they needed it, and they knew that you needed it. So their higher self is communicating to you as well that they're still blooming. Have patience with me. Now, they're not saying to you, wait for me forever and put your life on hold and don't do anything in the meantime. No, that's not what your person's telling you. Okay? It's not what they're telling you, but they are telling you that they're still growing. 5 of Wands, they're still challenged. Okay, your person has a lot of aggression right now. I did see this with the 5 of Wands. They might be trying to tell other people what to do or how to believe or what to think, and it's not working. All it's actually doing is it's just creating a lot of conflict in their life. They've got to still get through this. They have to ascend past this energy. So this 3D energy that they're stuck in because of what the hell's going on with the world right now or whatever the situation might be, the way that they're going about it isn't fixing anything. It's not changing anything. It's not elevating the situation. So they still have to grow in this area, and that's going to take time. It just is. So their higher self is telling you in this reading today that they still think about you, they still reminisce about you, they still love you, but they've got to grow. And they may not be able to do that with you. And you know what? It's probably best that they don't, because you don't need it. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, I have Judgment, life's purpose and awakening. So that to me tells me here that there is a bigger, higher purpose to everything that is happening between the two of you. There definitely is. There's a higher purpose here. Okay. We have communication on the bottom of this deck, which tells me here communication may take place, okay, when they're more evolved. And that to me is really beautiful because I feel it wouldn't really do you any good to have 3D communication with this person right now. And we have divine soul connection, past life healing. You guys definitely have some sort of a divine soul connection. You have a past life and connection, but there's also a lot of healing that needs to take place with this connection with yourselves in order for the two of you to come together in this divine soul connection in the actual, physical world. So these things take time. But you guys both feel this energy. You guys are both so connected. It's so beautiful. All right. So now let's take a look and get what are the signs from Spirit that you're receiving about this connection? What is Spirit sending you about this connection? We're going to go into my Twin Flame Angel numbers, my signs from Spirit Love Oracle, and my Depths of the Sea Oracle. What signs are you receiving from Spirit about this connection? Okay. Schools of Fish. Okay. Soul contracts. Obviously, what you're receiving from Spirit here is that you and this person have a soul contract, but there's also other people. There's also other fish in the sea that you have soul contracts to with. You just do. So you've got, and this doesn't have to be romantic, okay? So don't get triggered by that. This could be your family, your friends, your coworkers, whoever. Your soul family, people that are here to facilitate in your growth and your healing, right? Yeah, look at that, to renew your energy, to restore your energy. That's beautiful. 64, try to see things from your twin flame's perspective to gain a better understanding. So this is also reflected to you through other people. You're going to meet other people on your journey, and they're going to have certain characteristics that your person has, and vice versa. I feel for your person. And this is actually going to help you to restore and see things from a whole renewed perspective. So let other people on your journey be teachers to you as well. That is what Spirit is. That's what Spirit's telling you, because this will help you to close any kind of cycles that aren't serving you in a positive way. So 64, 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 is completion. This also sends a different vibration. This is a communication to our person. That's blue, that throat chakra energy, that sends a signal to them that we have closed that part of that, like we've closed that chapter, we've closed that cycle. So if your person feels your resistance or has any kind of sense that you're still harboring negativity towards them, that might not open that gateway in order for them to want to contact you. So you also have to be very cognizant of your own energy, okay? So other people on your journey may trigger you in a very similar way. So don't discount those contracts. Don't discount those lessons. Yeah, crocodile, pay attention. Spirit wants us to pay a little bit more attention. We also have pay attention to the sweetness, though. This is about having more fun. Yes, you can pay attention. Being someone on a spiritual journey, me being just someone who sees things so I'm just trying to think of how I want to explain this. I've always been a person that's been extremely deep. Not everybody is deep, okay? And that doesn't mean that I feel like I'm better than anyone else. I'm just a lot more sensitive. I see things completely different. And so things have been, it's a little bit harder for me to enjoy things and to be casual sometimes because I'm so like overanalyzing things all the time. Really just piecing information and really trying to learn and see the deeper lining of things. That's not always, like, ignorance is bliss sometimes. It really is. hell, if I could just go through this life and not give two shits about anyone else but myself, who knows? I just might be so obliviously happy. Not really, but you know what I mean? But when you care, or when you are so empathetic and you have a lot of energies that are constantly coming your way, and you're really wanting to be the best version of yourself, so you're always catching yourself when you're making mistakes or you're acting a certain way, that can sometimes be exhausting. So this to me is a balance. It's, yes, pay attention to yourself, pay attention to the people that are around you, pay attention to that shadow aspect of yourself that's maybe warning you, but also enjoy the light. Don't forget to smell the roses along the way. Don't forget to be happy at the same time. So this is about us balancing out our energies. We have 55. You have reserve your right to say no. Enabling toxic behavior serves no one in the end. So again, the way that we're communicating with other people. This is about sometimes saying no and sometimes taking care of ourselves and protecting ourselves. This helps us and allows us to remain sweet. If we give too much of our energy over to other person or other people, or our power to other people, or we're constantly trying to people please and say yes, yes, yes to everyone and just trying to be, just everybody's savior, we're going to deplete ourselves. We're going to take away from our own sweetness. We're not going to enjoy our lives. We're not going to enjoy our journey. This is also misunderstanding unconditional love. Unconditional love does not mean that you enable somebody's toxic behavior. You love them regardless of how they're acting. You don't take it personally. You realize that their own darkness is a reflection of how they really feel about themselves. It's not really even about you. And you can still love them, but you don't have to engage with them. You can healthily walk away. You can put up a boundary, a very healthy boundary. You can pay attention to and be very discerning of, I don't think that this situation is something that I want to invite into my life, or I'm sensing or I feel the energy is off with this person or this situation, whoever it is, and I'm going to say no. But I'm going to be nice about it. I don't have to be a dick about it, but I'm going to very healthily put up a good boundary here and say no. So Spirit is telling us something about communication, the way that we're communicating with others, the way that we are communicating with our person. We can say no, but we can still love them at the same time. We can recognize that maybe at this time that their darkness and their energy wouldn't serve us in the most positive way, but we can still hold love and light in our hearts for them. We don't have to be completely an open, bleeding heart for them. We can actually still love them, but be strong enough to say, you know what? I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to decline. I'm going to have to protect myself from you right now. I can still love you, but protect myself at the same time. So Spirit is telling us to get more balanced in this energy of being discerning, but also open at the same time, really understanding what unconditional love really is. So that is what we're being asked right now. So we're getting signs from Spirit with this. So this is coming up in the form of other people. This is coming up in the form of things popping up in your world that are triggering you. And you're going, oh my God, I thought I was done with this. There's something that you're still trying to master. This is actually helping you to draw healthy boundaries, because you might need this when it comes to dealing with your person later on, if that is a part of the, just part of what you guys are going to do later on. That's a part of destiny. Sorry, I can't think of what I wanted to say. Octopus, multiple choices. We have satisfaction. Okay, I love this. And 2323, tap into the energies of your person or your twin flame connection as a source of creative channeling and expression. So this is about tapping into your person's energy. You don't need this person to be in your life in order to tap into their energy. We already know that you're energetically connected to them and they're energetically connected to you. You can be satisfied with just that energy. You don't have to have them physically in their world or in your world. You have other things perhaps or other choices to make right now, and so do they. So you can be satisfied and focus on the sweet, or you can focus on the lack in this connection. I don't have this person. I want this person in my life. I can't be happy until we're together. You can choose to stay there, or you can choose to focus on what is. And what is that your person and you are in separation for a reason, that they have a lot of growing to do. You have a lot of growing and healing perhaps to still do. So use the energy of what you feel towards this person, all the love, all the passion, all the energy that you feel towards them, and channel it and express it in a creative way in your life. Do something amazing with this energy that you feel with them. You don't have to focus on all that sad energy or all the lack. You can tap into something very satisfying and be very satisfied with separation right now. You can get to a very satisfying place in separation. So Spirit is asking you to really take a look at other people or other situations or other teachers in your life that are helping you to grow and to heal as well. It's not just this person, but these other teachers and other contracts are here to help you to learn something. So you got to pay attention to the other things that are on your journey instead of just hyper focusing on this person and situation. There are other spiritual teachers for you, not just this individual. So now let's take a look and see what are the I don't know why I didn't write this down. Oh, what keeps the both of you up at night? It's kind of just an interesting thing that just popped into my head. What keeps you guys both up at night when it comes to this connection? So this is going to probably be some thoughts or fears. This right here, these are from Four of Wands Tarot, the Oracle Macabre, as well as the Denied Shadow Oracle, both by her. And then we're going to go into the Twisted Tarot Tales. I just thought that these decks would be fun together. What keeps the two of you up at night? Vulnerability, being emotionally open, tension, feeling all wound up. So you guys are both definitely wound up at night. We have being emotionally open, vulnerable, and we have the Page of Swords. I feel like the Page of Swords is like what we're not saying, what we're thinking. We're really in our headspace. So at night, you guys are pretty much up in your headspace, maybe feeling all wound up with this tension and being very emotionally open to why that is. You guys might be really open, like opening up your heart space in like the astral plane. So let's just say you guys are both having dreams about one another where you're together and you're open, right? But then when you wake up, you're feeling all wound up because there is no communication between the two of you. Maybe you even question, is this just all up and is it just all in my head? Did I just make it all up? We have commitment. It says devotion, making things official, with need for comfort, taking time out to process. And the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here with this too, what keeps you guys both up at night is this commitment, the devotion to making things official and this connection. Are we going to do it? Or are we just going to constantly be in this process of needing to comfort ourselves and to figure things out? Queen of Pentacles is that energy of really valuing yourself. So again, I feel like what keeps you guys up at night is that you guys both know that you need to value yourselves and you need to find comfort within yourselves first before you can commit and devote yourselves to each other and make this connection official. So you guys both have this understanding that that's what needs to take place. So it does keep you up at night as well. We also have Twin Flame. Reunion of the soul. It says same soul frequency. So what keeps you up at night is the fact that you guys have the same soul frequency. And we have glad tidings, surprises, and gifts. That's really beautiful. So it could surprise you, the energy and the frequency that you're sharing with this person. But we have Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands could come up in the form of fighting, arguing. It could come up as somebody who is constantly holding themselves at bay from you, not coming towards you. So you could have these feelings of, I feel this resistance. I feel the same frequency with this individual, and I want to come in with this glad tidings and these gifts and be happy. But there's like this resistance with this. So what keeps you up at night is, I don't know how to come towards you. I don't know how to complete this connection. I don't know how to, let's do this. I don't know how to get there. So there's confusion. We also have intuition. So you're listening to your gut. Your intuition is speaking to you. And we have skewed perceptions. It says wary of others' intentions. So your intuition tells you, this is my masculine, this is my feminine. We're connected. There's a deep soul bond here. But all of my fears and all of my perceptions are very skewed. And so it makes me question what this person's intentions are. Do I need to defend myself against you? Do I need to keep holding you at bay? Yeah, High Priestess, that's an intuition card. It's like, I know, but I don't know. I feel it and I trust. I don't know if I can trust it. Both of you guys are keep up at night. I don't know if I can trust this. I don't know if what I am experiencing or sensing is real. Yeah. And self-care. Focus on physical and emotional well-being. And then it says change, transformation, and healing. So this is the thing. You guys can be all up in your heads up at night all day long, connected to each other in this realm. You guys already are. We know this. But the only thing that's going to change the circumstances is if you guys actually start to take better care of yourselves. That is the key here. Yep, Nine of Swords. Look, that's being up at night. So you guys could go all day long in your headspace, in your dreams, all your fears, all your fantasies, what you want, what you desire versus what you fear, what you don't want. It's all coming up for both of you guys in dreams. You guys are having nightmares about each other. You guys are also having fantasy dreams about each other. But the only thing that's going to change this is to take care of yourself. You got to focus on yourself now in your physical and emotional body in order to clear these energies. That's it. So you guys are equally haunted is what I'm seeing here. You guys equally feel the connection in a higher way. But you guys are both like, do I fight for it or do I continue to defend myself? I know that I need to focus on me and I know I need to invest in myself. And I know that we're not communicating and a lot of these things, I'm just thinking, are they thinking it too? So you guys are both questioning how each other feels and what you guys are what you guys are thinking, but you guys both know on some level that you want to offer something, but at the same time, you need time to process. And you guys are both kind of leery of one another and you guys are feeling all wound up and you guys both want this to change. But the only way that this can change is to listen to your gut that tells you that self-care is the best thing, that you guys are sharing the same soul frequency. So you guys have to make this commitment and devote more time to balancing out yourselves. And the way to do this is to be more emotionally open and being more vulnerable with your feminine side. And I do know that your individual has been struggling with that part of themselves for a while, but it does look like in the future that they're opening themselves up to that High Priestess of Water energy, which is being more emotionally available. That's amazing. Okay, so why don't we take a look and see what are the on the horizon energies. So you could take this or leave this. So this could be a potential timeline, energies that are available to us in the future. We don't have to take it. If it's challenging, we can change it, right? Or if it's beautiful, we can take that too, or we don't have to take it. So we're going to be going into the 50 Shades of Love by channeling the Venus 222. And then we also have When Spirit Speaks by Medium on a Mission and the Opium Twin Flames Tarot by Fire Witch Tarot. Okay. What are the potential energies on the horizon for the connection? We have meant to be. Clearing. Three of Cups. Okay, so what's meant to be, I'm getting here, you guys, is a celebration after you guys have cleared. A reconciliation once you guys have cleared your energy. That's what's actually meant to be. But if we don't clear and we don't heal and we continue to stay stuck, then we can't get there. So you guys are meant to come back together. But that doesn't mean that it will happen because we have free will. You have free will and so does your person to not clear this energy. So that is what's holding up the reconciliation, the celebration of this connection. We have sensuality. So this is about sensing. We also have trauma, and now we have Two of Wands. So I feel like the Two of Wands is kind of like that energy of we can go this way or we can go that way. It's a choice. We can focus on the traumas or we can focus on what we sense. We can focus on the trauma and the things that happened. We can stay stuck in that story of all the trauma of this connection for sure. This person did this to me. This person did that to me. We can stay in that energy, absolutely, or we can heal it. And we can sense them on a different level. We can sense their higher self. We can choose to tap into that energy instead. So do you see how that will determine our experiences in the future when we make that choice? So the choice is ours. The choice is ours and it's theirs as well. We have to make a choice on what we want to identify with. Do we want to identify with the shadow and the darkness of this situation? Or do we want to focus on the higher lesson? Do we want to focus on ascension? The choice is always ours. And we have finances as well as shine and Two of Cups. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting here, you guys, is that the future timeline looks to me like you guys are definitely growing. You guys might be improving your finances, improving your career, improving your, some sort of material abundance in your life, really shining in your purpose or shining in your occupation. This is also something that helps the two of you to reconcile and come back together and be on that same page. So continue to thrive, continue to grow. Remember that piggy bank that came up? Look at all those coins. That's like a piggy bank to me. You're just adding to yourself. The more that you value yourself, the more that your person values you. The more that they value themselves, the more that you value them. It's a two-way street. You guys are both shining. You guys are both beacons of light for one another in order to continue to grow. Love that. We have biting lips. It's like a nervous energy, fear, ego, and still holding on. So this is interesting because this is like an oracle card in this tarot deck. I forgot that had that. So that's an oracle card. Biting lips is nervous energy. We need to still surrender that fear and ego. Biting lips is like anticipation, not sure about something, still holding on to some kind of fear and ego here. We're still needing to clear that, you guys. We're still needing to clear that energy. That's what's meant to be for your connection, is to clear and to heal this ego. So that way you guys can reconcile Three of Cups energy with Two of Cups. That's what's meant to be here. But you can't get there as long as you're still holding on in fear and ego. You can't get there. You got to surrender it. You have to. And we have past lives. And we have the willpower to get through it. Confidence, success, feeling good, feeling you're in your power. So can we get past this energy? Can we let the past go, or are we still holding on to the past? Well, when we're focusing on our mission or our life's purpose and we're in our power, we're not focusing on the past. We're focusing on empowering ourselves, not disempowering ourselves. And now we have the Princess of Cups, which is like the Page of Cups. This is when the offer comes. The offer to reconcile, to start over, forgiveness, apologies. Those things come when we're in our power, not when we're holding on to the past, not when we're still stuck in old stories of the past. And we have innocence, seeing the innocence in everyone. That is going to transition into the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is action, forward movement, fast-moving energy, following your passion, following what you want, taking action on your desires. So the future or the potential future timeline looks to me like it is action oriented. People are going towards what they want and what they desire because they feel really good about themselves. They've healed, they've transitioned. They're choosing to see people in more of an innocent light. They're not holding on to those past stories of you're a villain, you're dark, you're this, you're that. Those energies are bye-bye. And what this does is it ushers in exciting energies for the future. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have two specific signs coming through, Sagittarius and Pisces. So if that resonates for some of you guys, that could be something too. All right, so let's now take a look and get the energies here of what Spirit wants you to... No. Oh, wow. I'm like, I wrote stuff down, but now I can't see it. What's the most important thing Spirit wants you to know and understand right now? That's it. What's the most important thing that Spirit wants you to know and understand right now? We're going to go into my connections for the modern world and my Tall Tales Cat Crew and the Messages of Love cards by All Things Intuitive. So what's the most important thing that Spirit wants you to know at this time about this connection? We have patience and we have true love. Okay, let's just get one more. Boundaries. I like that because I did speak of boundaries earlier. That's very important here. So patience, everything is going to unfold as it should in divine timing. We have true love. Of course, we know that this connection is true. What you feel about it is true. What you sense about it is true. Stop doubting yourself. And we have boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed right now. Why? Because we need to protect ourselves. That's why. We need to pay attention. We need to be more discerning. We need to not enable toxic behavior. We need to perhaps stay away. We need to be clear. We need to be strong. We need to hold ourselves back from what we just passionately desire right now. Is it our ego or is it our higher self? The higher self knows to stay away for both of you. We have burned out. Yep. Don't burn yourself out waiting for this person, and don't burn yourself out trying to chase this person. Neither one of them are a good idea. You're going to just burn yourself out. You're going to disempower yourself when you do that. We have bearer of gifts. So instead, the gifts that you can give yourself and this person is by focusing on the light of the love that you feel with them. That's where your gifts may even come through. As in, you tap into the creative energies that you feel, the passion that you feel, and suddenly you're now bearing gifts to the world. Your vibration has shifted. You've upgraded spiritually. You're feeling really, really good in your energy. And we have mysterious stranger. So it is mysterious as to how things will unfold. And you can see this man is looking down. We can't see his face. We can't see what's going to develop. We don't know what's going to happen. But it's the mystery of life. We're not always meant to know things before they happen. So be okay with that. So firm boundaries are needed with this mysterious stranger who might be a little shady right now or might be kind of in the dark. And so we need to let him find his way. We have plan of attack. So the plan here, like how am I going to get to where I want to go? How am I going to get to where I need to be? Now, in the very beginning of the reading, we had the chessboard. That is about being strategic. Now is the time to make a plan. It's not a time to attack. It's a time to make a plan of how you're going to execute certain things later on. Work with others. Again, that right there, opening yourself up to other soul contracts, other teachers on this journey, work with other people. Instead of trying to attack this situation or this person head on to get what you want right now, Spirit's telling you to work with others instead and just go with the flow. Look at that. Look at Tinky Winkies. She's so cute. So Opie says, try to restrain yourself from attacking this situation right now. Instead, we've got Chibs and Harley, work with others. And Tinkerbell says, go with the flow. You'll have much better results when you go with the flow. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So now we're going to get what Spirit wants you to continue to focus on for your own healing. We're going to go into the Everyday Witch Tarot combined with a new oracle I just got yesterday I ordered this online, the Everyday Witch Oracle, which I, for some reason, just thought that this was a different tarot that she created. I had no idea it was an oracle until I really looked at the description. So I just love oracle and matching tarot decks. What does Spirit want us to continue to work on and focus on when it comes to our own healing? Speak your mind. Two of Pentacles. Spirit is telling you here, rather than just kind of going back and forth with something and, ooh, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? What you should do is you should definitely be authentic. Don't be afraid to speak your mind and to speak your truth and to share with other people what you're really, really thinking. Now, it's not always necessary for us to tell people what we're thinking. But if you're having a really difficult time and you're juggling a choice and you're just not sure about something, Spirit's saying you should communicate. You should communicate what you're really thinking. If somebody asks you a question and you really feel like you need to speak your truth, then speak your truth. Instead of going back and forth. If someone's asking you for your opinion and you're just kind of like, well, I don't really want to say this, because if I say this and they might say this or think that. Spirit's saying just be more genuine and being more authentic. You're going to take back your power the more true to yourself that you are. So that could be an issue for some of you guys, is that you're just not being clear with people or communicating properly. Now we have give into passion. I like this a lot because we did get that tap into your person's energy as a way to conjure up creative just juices, get the juices flowing. So now give into this passion. Work with the energy. Work with this person's energy. And we have the moon, which is beautiful. This is a time for reflection. During this period of unknown, tap into this person's energy subconsciously, energetically, through your dreams, through meditation. Allow this energy to speak to you. This person speaks to you through music, so there could be certain music that you hear. And so when you listen to certain music and you really think about this person, just kind of like let your mind just kind of go on a creative just flow. Let the energies flow, let the ideas flow. There's some kind of messages for you to create something here tapped or connected to this individual. So let this person be your muse. And we have meditation for peace and serenity. So there is something about meditating here. Definitely something about meditating. And what's interesting is I feel like we've got a Queen of Wands person and a water person. Okay, so I've got water and fire here. I also got a lot of air and water in this reading too. Then I have these two people here that are trying to do something. They're trying to create something here. This is like two energies trying to create something. But it's like you guys are individuals on your journey right now. It's like this guy here, he's with this dog, right? And I feel like this feminine here is with her cat. It's kind of cool, right? So maybe a masculine's a dog person and the feminine's a cat person. And there's just like, wow. And then we even have this Black Panther here. So there could be like a spirit animal that's like a Black Panther or something like that. A lot of spirit animals, music, signs in nature, fish, crab, Pisces, water, Cancer. Seeing all that, seeing turtles, all kinds of stuff. Witchy stuff, which, I mean, obviously this is like a everyday witch tarot, so there's going to be a lot of witches in this. Moon's energy is connected to Pisces and Cancer, so strong water energy here. Look, Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups already came up in this reading as people in the past coming back, reconciling. So to me, this tells me here, if you want to reconcile with this person, you've got to reconcile your differences through meditation. I also feel like your person is trying to connect with you and reconcile with you through meditation. It's like they're almost asking you to forgive them. And so when you go into meditation for peace and serenity and you're in that peaceful place, you're in a peaceful place with them. So you don't even need to reconcile with them in the 3D world to reconcile with them. Like you're already reconciling your differences. You're already coming back together. You're already reunifying with this person. You're already reconciling with them. And it might just be energetically right now, but it's only a matter of time before what you're energetically holding actually shows up in your physical world. So Spirit is asking you to hold them in this energy first. And the longer that you hold on to this energy, the more it is going to become a part of your reality. Wow. That's what Spirit's asking you to do. All right, you guys, so we're going to end this reading with some final thoughts, some closing thoughts from Spirit. And I know that was a really long reading, but I got to tell you, sometimes I just feel that these Readings are just not going to be, it's just not going to do it justice by just doing a real quick reading. Why do I do 10-minute readings? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I like to provide content on my Instagram. And Instagram, I know there's other ways to do it, but I can't figure it out, where you can only do a 10-minute video for IGTV. IGTV. And so what I like to do is, as I am recording that, I post it on my IGTV on Instagram, and then I can also upload it to YouTube. But it's like I got to cut it off in 10 minutes or else it won't be able to go on IGTV. So this right here is the Daily Tea Mindfulness Cards, Volume 1. This is from Goddess Oracles. So let's go ahead and get 3 closing messages for the viewer to wrap up this long reading. We have the number 50. We have the number 3. And the number 13. So those could be significant for some of you. Like 3, 13, 50 could be somebody's birthday. Or it could be when you're 50, something's going to happen. I also am seeing 3 and 3. That's 6 plus 5. And something about 11 here. 11. I don't know. Okay. 50. Prayers of unconditional gratitude and appreciation will fast track your alignment to your highest and best outcome every single time. So that is a great message, because that's exactly what this reading is telling you. When you are in that energy of unconditional love and gratitude, and you're just reconciling these differences with your person in the energetic 5D world or realm, it's only going to fast track your alignment in this particular reality, in the 3D world. So if you want things, you have to envision them first. If you want to attract something to yourself, you have to be in that vibration in order to attract it, in order for that to become a reality for you. If you don't believe it, or if you're going against things or doing things that are going against your goals, you're not going to come into alignment with it. So Spirit's telling you that's very important. And it also says here for number 3, please remember you are a human being, not a human doing. The path of least resistance is always found in your beingness. So again, you are human, obviously. You definitely are. But this is about you being in this energy of least resistance, trying to, as a human being, we feel like we have to do, go. We got to do all these things. And to some degree, we have to make effort, and we do have to co-create with Spirit in order for things to happen. But this is also about just being. Don't forget to just be on this journey. Don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. Don't forget to also we have to let things flow sometimes. We're not always in control of everything. I mean, we are to a point, but we're not at the same time. So it says water is fluid. Why is water coming through? I got Lemuria for some of you watching this video. A connection to Lemuria, you and your person. So look it up. It might make sense to you. There's something about water. Somebody's a water sign, or there's just like a lot of water connected to you and this person. This connects the two of you. But it says water is fluid, yet its power can move mountains. So too can the power of your love. The power of this love can move mountains. This is a very powerful love. The emotions that you hold, the emotions that you feel, the energy that you hold for this individual is very powerful. And it can move mountains. So this is about you realizing how important it is that your energy connected to this individual, that is unconditional, that it is loving, that it is light. And you may have had to experience the darkness and be triggered by this individual to get to that place, but it's meant to be light. So Spirit is telling you that is what is going to move the mountains in your connection. That is going to be the power of your love is going to move things forward in this connection. So they want you to remember that. So you guys, I know that that was a long reading and that there was some distracting energies for me in the beginning. I'm so sorry. The cats and the music and all that stuff. It was just kind of like a little haywire. But I hope that that didn't throw you guys off and that you're still here with me. And that I hope that you guys also were able to enjoy this and to get something really positive and that it helped you in some sort of way. We never know what we're going to get every single week. And this was definitely a really ridiculously long reading, but that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for another reading. All right, take care. Bye-bye.